does not delay for those who move in alignment. It responds. It obeys those who command it through thought, word, and action. But the gateway is not in grand gestures. It is in the daily disciplines you install, repeat, and protect. In just 7 days, if you fully immerse yourself, these 7 habits can begin rewiring your subconscious, altering your vibration, and shifting your results, not through chance, but through change. Let us begin. Habit number 1, command your morning. The first hour of your day is the rudder of your mind. Whatever you do upon waking is not just an action, it is a signal to your subconscious about who you are. Most people wake up and immediately surrender. They check their phone, they absorb noise, they react to the world, and the mind, once surrendered, becomes chaotic and scattered. But you, if you wish to walk with power, must take dominion over your first moments. Rise with intention, speak with clarity. Ask yourself, what must I become today to fulfill my definite purpose? Write it, speak it, see it, rehearse the identity. This is not a ritual for the religious. It is the strategy of builders, of creators, of men who do not drift. Create a morning routine that charges you. Reading, affirmations, visualization, physical movement, silence, discipline. Do not merely do what's popular, do what sharpens you. This habit alone can tilt the trajectory of your life upward, not because of its difficulty, but because of its alignment. Habit number 2, review your purpose daily. A man without purpose is a leaf in the wind. He moves, but he arrives nowhere. He acts, but with no power. Purpose is what gives energy to sacrifice, clarity to action, and joy to discipline. It is the root from which your decisions grow. But a root not nourished will rot. So every day, without fail, reconnect to your definite chief aim. Read it aloud. Picture it in your mind. Ask yourself, are my decisions today in harmony with this purpose? If they are, proceed with courage. If they are not, adjust immediately. This daily review reminds your mind of its master. It trains the subconscious to seek alignment. It makes your mission magnetic. The more you immerse your mind in your vision, the more your world begins to bend in your favor. Do not underestimate the power of this repetition. What is repeated with emotion becomes belief. And once belief takes hold, your subconscious will build every behavior, every connection, every opportunity around it. Habit number 3, protect your inputs ruthlessly. Your mind is fertile ground, and every word you hear, every image you see, every voice you allow in plants a seed. Some seeds bear fruit, others bear poison. Most people leave the gate wide open. They scroll, absorb, complain, gossip, and then wonder why their life reflects confusion and fear. But the man who guards his mind like a fortress will find it becomes a kingdom. You must decide what enters. Choose your books. Choose your mentors. Choose your conversations. Let every input serve your identity and sharpen your vision. If it brings doubt, cut it off. If it wastes time, remove it. If it weakens your standards, silence it. You cannot afford to pollute your mind, not if you are building something great. Greatness is fragile in the early stages. It must be protected. Habit number 4, eliminate low-value activity. Every action you take is either moving you toward or away from your vision. There is no neutral. That which consumes your time also consumes your life. And most people trade hours for entertainment, days for distraction, and years for approval. You must become a master of priority. Ask yourself often, is this aligned with my highest goal? If not, eliminate it, delegate it, ignore it. Your time is the only currency you cannot earn more of. Use it like gold. Build systems that reduce decision fatigue. Create environments that eliminate temptations. Schedule your day so that only the important survives. Do not confuse movement with progress. Do not confuse effort with effectiveness. Success belongs to the selective. Habit number 5, move your body, master your energy. Your body is the instrument of your will. If it is weak, so will be your action. If it is lethargic, so will be your decisions. This is not about aesthetic. It is about energy, focus, stamina, clarity. Movement ignites the mind. Discipline in one area bleeds into others. When you train your body daily, you train your identity. You say to yourself, I am a man who shows up. I am a man who endures. I am a man who conquers. This is not optional. It is foundational. Even 10 minutes of movement can shift your mood, your focus, your productivity. Do not let the demands of life become your excuse. Your vitality is your responsibility. Habit number 6, speak only what you want to see. Your words are not casual, they are commands. Your subconscious listens to everything you say. Speak doubt, and it will search for reasons to be afraid. Speak fear, and it will reinforce weakness. Speak limitation, and it will deliver it. So discipline your language. Speak with precision. Speak in alignment. Speak as if the world is being shaped by your voice, because it is. Say, I am focused. I am rising. I am ready. Speak powerfully, especially when you feel weak. That is when your words matter most. Eliminate sarcasm that cuts yourself down. Eliminate humor rooted in failure. Every time you joke about your weakness, you reinforce it. Every time you mock your ambition, you steal energy from it. Your words shape your world. Train your tongue. Habit number 7, review and reflect every evening. What is not measured cannot be improved, and what is not reflected upon cannot be reinforced. Every night, ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me forward? What did I tolerate that must be corrected? Where did I act in alignment with my highest self? Do not judge yourself. Train yourself. Reflection is not condemnation. It is calibration. It is how you course correct. It is how you multiply success. It is how you build awareness. Spend 10 minutes alone with your thoughts. Write your wins. Note your gaps. And most importantly, end with gratitude. Gratitude is the emotional glue that locks in the lesson. When you give thanks for the progress, the mind seeks to repeat it. This habit alone can collapse timelines because it brings consciousness to your behavior. And behavior, once conscious, becomes controllable. Now hear me clearly. These 7 habits are not merely strategies, they are declarations. When you practice them, you are saying to the world, I take my life seriously. I will no longer drift. I will no longer defer. I am stepping into mastery. And though 7 days may seem short, it is more than enough to ignite the fire, to build the foundation, to taste the power of alignment. And once you taste it, really taste it, you will never go back. You will never again tolerate the average. You will never again allow excuses to dominate your decisions. You will never again forget who you are becoming. Because you've felt it now. You've seen what happens when you live from vision, not emotion, from identity, not impulse. You are no longer hoping for transformation. You are practicing it daily. You now understand that these 7 habits are not merely actions, they are a philosophy, a system, a declaration to the universe that you will no longer wait for success, you will manufacture it day by day, hour by hour, with thought, with clarity, with precision. Let's go deeper now. Because installing a habit is not the same as embodying it. And embodying it requires one thing above all else, identity. The man who adopts these habits for a week sees results. But the man who becomes these habits sees transformation. And transformation, once achieved, is irreversible. You must begin to see yourself as the kind of person who does these things, not occasionally, not when convenient, but as a way of life. And once you do that, the habits become effortless. They stop being something you do, and they start becoming something you are. So how do you bridge the gap between action and identity? First, understand this truth. The subconscious mind is always listening, and it is building your self-image from the actions you take most often. That means every time you rise early, review your purpose, guard your inputs, or move your body, you're casting a vote. A vote for the new you, a vote that overrides the old identity. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. A perfect day, followed by 6 days of relapse, does little. But small acts of alignment, done daily, forge a new self-concept. And that self-concept becomes the thermostat for your life. You may rise or fall temporarily, but you will always return to the level of your identity. So the mission now is clear. Raise your standard permanently. And to do that, you must create systems that make the habit sustainable. Let's explore this more deeply with each of the 7. Commanding your morning. Your morning is your launch pad, but launching without direction leads to chaos. The first question you must ask is, what must I feel, think, and do each morning to become unstoppable? Then design it. Write it out. Script the first 60 minutes. Create a flow that energizes your body, centers your mind, and sharpens your purpose. Maybe it's 5 minutes of stillness, 10 minutes of journaling, 20 minutes of reading, a walk, a workout, a declaration of purpose. The components don't matter as much as the intention. The key is ownership. This is your sacred hour. Guard it fiercely. Let nothing interrupt it. By the end of the week, you will notice a difference, not because you did something dramatic, but because you started your day as a creator, not a reactor. And that difference compounds. Reviewing your purpose. Purpose is the compass of the high achiever. Without it, you drift, but with it, even storms become directional. You must not merely read your goals. You must connect to them, feel them, visualize them, speak them aloud as if they were already realized. Why? Because the subconscious accepts what is repeated with emotion, and once it accepts the vision, it starts reshaping your behavior to match. Tie every day's effort to that vision. Say, this task may be small, but it is part of something enormous. That belief turns routine into ritual. It transforms discipline into devotion. And it gives your life a momentum the world can't understand. Protecting your inputs. You've begun filtering what enters your mind. Now it's time to elevate the quality of those inputs. Fill your environment with messages that reinforce your power. Print your affirmations, hang your goals, listen to audios that challenge you, read words that ignite you, watch content that grows you. Let every corner of your world whisper your vision back to you. And remember this, silence is a powerful input too. Do not fill every gap with noise. In silence, the subconscious speaks. It reveals resistance. It sharpens intention. It clarifies confusion. Build space into your day to think, to reflect, to listen inward. Eliminating low-value activity. Audit your day. Where is your time leaking? What are the actions that bring no return? What do you do out of habit, not purpose? You must remove with precision, not from guilt, but from clarity. Every minute you reclaim becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. Use tools. Block distractions. Schedule your priorities instead of prioritizing your schedule. Eliminate unnecessary decisions by creating standards. And every evening, ask, did I spend today aligned with my highest self? If not, correct it immediately. Time is not a resource. It is your life in motion. Respect it as such. Moving your body, mastering energy. Your energy is your execution fuel, and movement is the ignition. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Maybe it's stretching, maybe it's walking, maybe it's lifting, but move daily, without debate. And while you move, speak to yourself. Affirm your power, speak your goals, envision your future. Let your movement become a meditation, an activation, a declaration. Link your physical exertion to your mental transformation. Tell yourself, Each drop of sweat sharpens my discipline. That belief will rewire your association with effort, and effort will become something you crave. Speaking only what you want to see. Your language is your prophecy. And most people curse their future with their own tongue. You must now become a guardian of your speech. No more jokes about failure. No more sarcasm that lowers your standard. No more casual words that reinforce powerlessness. Speak with authority, with intention, with belief. Let every sentence you speak affirm your identity, your purpose, your future. And when you speak about others, do so with elevation. Why? Because what you project onto others, you amplify in yourself. You are always casting spells with your words. Make sure they are spells of growth, not spells of limitation. Evening reflection. This is your moment of mastery. The day is done, but the lesson remains. Sit with yourself. Ask, where did I win? Celebrate it. Where did I drift? Correct it. What did I learn? Record it. What will I do differently tomorrow? Decide it. This habit, when practiced nightly, turns time into a teacher. It collapses cycles. It accelerates growth, because awareness leads to adjustment, and adjustment leads to elevation. And above all, end with gratitude. Why? Because gratitude reinforces abundance, and abundance attracts more of itself. Gratitude is not merely polite. It is magnetic. It shifts your nervous system from scarcity to overflow, and from that state, success becomes inevitable. Now, as these 7 habits settle in, expect resistance. Your old identity will not go quietly. It will tempt you with ease. It will whisper, just skip today. It will rationalize regression. That's its nature. But you must not listen. You are no longer the man who negotiates with weakness. You are no longer the man who explains away his power. You are no longer the man who fears his own greatness. You are a new creation, one habit at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. And the world, though it may not see it yet, will feel the shift. Your energy will change, your speech will change, your actions will change, and soon your results will follow. You've come this far. You've opened the door. You've stepped into a new level of self-awareness, a new level of discipline, and a new level of identity. Now, I want to be very clear with you. The work you're doing isn't ordinary. These 7 habits, when practiced with intention and intensity, are not just routines, they are revolution. They are the turning point in the story of your life. And here, in this final stretch, I want you to grasp something even more powerful than the habits themselves. The habits are tools, yes. They are systems, they are anchors, but the engine behind them, the force that makes them work, is belief. Not a soft, uncertain belief, a rock-solid, immovable belief in one foundational truth. You are not meant to live a common life. There is greatness inside of you, not just the idea, but the reality. And what unlocks it is not potential. What unlocks it is practice. Daily, repeated, focused. So let us now talk about sustaining these habits for life, not just for a week, but for a lifetime of power. Because this is the truth. Once you've experienced momentum, your old excuses will feel foreign. Once you've felt the burn of discipline turn into results, laziness will become uncomfortable. Once you've lived aligned with purpose, anything less will feel like betrayal. The first thing you must do now is set a standard. A habit without a standard is fragile. You need something immovable, something sacred. So set a standard for each habit. Don't just say, I'll do my morning routine. Say, I will rise at 5:30 a.m. every day without exception because my future is worth more than my sleep. Don't say, I'll try to move my body. Say, I will train for 30 minutes a day because my energy fuels my mission. Your standard is not up for debate. It is not based on feeling. It is based on identity. And when your identity and your standards are aligned, your habits run on autopilot. Next, you must master self-dialogue. Every habit you maintain long-term requires you to speak to yourself at a higher level. When your old identity tries to whisper excuses, you must speak back with authority. When that voice says, "You deserve a break," you say, "No, I deserve a future." When it says, "Just skip today," you say, "Winners show up daily." When it says, "You'll never change," you say, "I already have." This internal war is not weakness, it's the path. The more fluently you speak victory over yourself, the less influence those old patterns will have. You don't just silence them, you replace them. Speak your habits. Speak your standards. Speak your progress. Speak your future. Now let's talk about momentum stacking. Momentum is fragile in the beginning, but once rolling, it becomes nearly unstoppable. So stack your wins. Celebrate every act of alignment. Don't wait for giant breakthroughs. Acknowledge every small shift. Every time you complete your morning ritual. Every time you review your purpose. Every time you say no to distraction. Stack those wins in your mind.